O.J. Simpson dead at 76 after battle with cancer, family announces. O.J. Simpson, whose immense fame on the football field was eclipsed by his infamy off it, died Wednesday, according to his family. He was 76. Simpson had been battling cancer and had been in hospice. Simpson's attorney also confirmed his death to TMZ. On April 10th, our father, Orenthal James Simpson, succumbed to his battle with cancer, read a statement posted by Simpson's family on X. He was surrounded by his children and grandchildren. O.J. Simpson, whose immense fame on the football field was eclipsed by his infamy off it, died Wednesday, according to his family. He was 76. Simpson had been battling cancer and had been in hospice. Simpson's attorney also confirmed his death to TMZ. On April 10th, our father, Orenthal James Simpson, succumbed to his battle with cancer, read a statement posted by Simpson's family on X. He was surrounded by his children and grandchildren. O.J. Simpson was the first player to reach a rushing mark many thought could not be attained in a 14-game season when he topped 2,000 yards, Pro Football Hall of Fame president Jim Porter said in a statement. His on-field contributions will be preserved in the Hall's archives in Canton, Ohio. No matter what Simpson did as a football player, he will always be more remembered for perhaps the most famous murder trial in American history, one that had people glued to their televisions on a daily basis and split the country along racial lines. The moment he was found not guilty of the 1994 murders of his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ron Goldman was one of the most watched in television history, as was Simpson's slow-speed Ford Bronco chase through Southern California freeways after he was charged with the murders and failed to turn himself in. Long before the trial that fascinated a large majority of Americans, Simpson's fame was undeniable. He was one of the most famous football players ever and became a celebrity off the field. Orenthal James Simpson, born July 9, 1947 in San Francisco, California, changed how athletes, particularly African-American athletes, were viewed in the mainstream, well before he became a notorious figure. Simpson's rise started at the University of Southern California, where he was one of the greatest college running backs ever. He enrolled at USC after attending City College of San Francisco for 2 years and finished second in the Heisman Trophy voting his first season. Simpson's crossfield, 64-yard, game-winning touchdown run against UCLA that season is still one of the most famous plays in college football history. In 1968, Simpson's senior year at USC, he won the Heisman Trophy. Simpson was a nearly perfect running back. He had good size at 6'1", 212 pounds. He had world-class speed. In 1967, he was part of a 4-man USC relay team that set a world record in the 440-yard event. He also had fantastic football instincts, especially in the open field. In the 1969 Common Draft, the Buffalo Bills, then part of the American Football League before the merger, selected Simpson with the first overall pick. Simpson's NFL career started slow, and he looked like a potential bust through 3 seasons. Then in 1972, the Bills hired Lou Saban as head coach, and he helped turn Simpson into a star. Simpson was an All-Pro in 1972. In 1973, Simpson had one of the most iconic seasons in NFL history, becoming the first player to rush for 2,000 yards in a season. He finished with 2,003 yards, which became one of the most recognizable numbers in sports. He was named NFL MVP. It's still one of the most famous single-season performances by a player in NFL history. That was like someone breaking Babe Ruth's home run record, Bills Hall of Fame guard Joe DeLamielleure said, regarding Simpson's 1973 season, in the ESPN documentary, O.J. Made in America. It was unheard of. Simpson was named first-team All-Pro 5 straight years. His 1975 season, in which he had 2,243 yards from scrimmage and 23 touchdowns, isn't as celebrated as his 1973 season, but was statistically better. For that 5-year stretch, Simpson was one of the greatest running backs in football history. He was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1985. In his induction speech, he thanked his second wife Nicole. With each passing year, Simpson's fame grew. Few football players experienced the type of fame Simpson gained in the 1970s. How many NFL players get on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine? A Hertz rental car advertising campaign in the 1970s exposed Simpson to a new, wider audience. Simpson running through the airport to get to the Hertz counter became one of the most memorable and successful ad campaigns ever, and it made Simpson a celebrity. Before that, I'd say 30% of the people I met recognized me, and they'd be football fans. Now I'd say it's closer to 90%, Simpson told Rolling Stone in that 1977 cover story. The Hertz campaign was notable for the racial aspect, too. It was a turning point, as Simpson showed a black spokesperson could be a successful pitchman. The campaign changed advertising forever. Even as Simpson's playing career wound down, it ended after 2 quiet years with the San Francisco 49ers in 1978 and 1979. His celebrity status remained strong. Simpson was a top pitchman, and he got plenty of acting roles. His acting career started when he was playing for the Bills, and his most memorable role was as Nordberg in The Naked Gun comedy movie series. The retired Simpson might have been more famous in the 1980s than almost any NFL player from that era. He also was on television as a commentator, including a coveted role on Monday Night Football. Part of Simpson's widespread popularity was how he endeared himself to the white community, a theme that was explored at length in O.J. Made in America. In the documentary, those who knew Simpson claimed he would often say, "I'm not black, I'm O.J." Ironically, the man who showed apathy toward his racial identity would be in the middle of a double murder trial that split America by racial lines.